Hi friends, I'm Prabhat, and today we will take a look at how to do correlation between different elementary types in OpenObserve, specifically between logs and traces. So in order to demonstrate this, we have an application here, a demo application that will send logs, metrics, and traces to OpenObserve. Okay. So let's take a look how that actually works. First, let's go ahead and run OpenObserve. Okay, so once this is running, we'll be able to open it on port 5080. In fact, let me clean it up. Okay, so we have a fresh installation. Refresh this. Okay, no data ingested, and now we have this particular repository. So let's go ahead and run this. Okay, go run main.go. Okay, so now it's listening on port 8080. Um, Localhost 8080. Okay, so hello OpenTelemetry. That is all. There's nothing else. Let's hit once more and let's take a look. What do we have in the streams? We have got one log stream, one matrix stream, and one traces stream. Okay, so if you go to logs, okay, default, you've got some logs around here. Okay, you've got 4 log entries. Let's go to traces, and we've got 4 traces here as well. Let's take a look at one of these traces. Okay, so when we made a call to this particular page, localhost 8080, every time we're making 2 calls from the browser. One is to slash, the second one is the browser makes trying to get the fav icon. Okay, so browser essentially makes a request directly to show this on the title bar, the icon for the website. So that is one. The second one essentially is this request to slash. Okay, now, and we have corresponding logs as well. This is where the trace ID is. It's a partial trace ID. Well, you'll see if you've had multiple spans, you would see them. But for this demonstration, we don't need that. Now here you see something called a stream name here and view logs. So by default, the first the default, because we only have one stream name, you click on default and click on view logs. You'll be able to see the corresponding logs based on the trace ID. Okay. Now for the trace ID, so how does that essentially happen? In the log entries, you must have trace ID for you to be able to correlate. You also have span ID here. So in fact, let's go and take a look at this one. And you also have, for a span, you have a search button here as well. You can actually go here as well. Okay. So in that case, it'll do a search not only based on trace ID, but also based on the span ID. So you can move from traces to logs at the span level. Okay. And now, if you are on a log, say for example, okay, you are on logs, watching any log, looking at any log, and this is what it is. Okay, and you want to go to see the associated trace. So let's click on trace here. Okay, and then you're here to trace view just like that. That is essentially how correlation between logs and traces happen. Okay, and I'll stop here. We'll have another session about matrix to logs, and see you then.